Welcome everybody to a brand new episode. So I just did one episode about my milestone achievement. Finally, my YouTube channel can be monetized, so that's good. So I can focus on smaller and shorter video, not smaller but shorter video. So today I have the privilege in inviting one of the co-founders from this mobile grocery app called Jocom, Jocom, which stands for Just Order Conveniently on Mobile. So I knew them since 2014 when I first started my work here in MDEC. I knew them because they were one of our MSc applicants and they got through. And one of our staff managed their MSc application. So let's listen to their journey. How what was the painful part? Of course, financially, is very painful for them to grow to what they are today. So I will unpin myself and let's learn a few lessons on how did Jocom now that they are listed in Singapore as well. So that is a very good milestone journey for them. Since ever when I knew them, when they were just a small table advertising themselves back in Magic. So that was my first time seeing them on an exhibition event until now. I actually have the app and I ordered my Nescafe in the can almost every month or every 2 weeks. I will order from them. Whatever snacks that my son take also I will order from them because it's easy. I don't have to go into the hypermarket or supermarket to carry all this heavy stuff. So the stuff will come and go right to your door, even though if you live at fourth floor, third floor of your condo or apartment, they'll come to you. So let me unpin myself so that I can bring Jocom in, remove my pin, and then view gallery. Hi, Joshua.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, hi.
You again?
Welcome to the episode. Welcome to the episode of Tech Talk with Carol and friends. So today we will talk about your journey. I will pin yourself and mute myself, and then you introduce what is Jocom, how did you guys started, why did you guys started it, and then what is your future, your mission and vision. Now I'm learning this from the N program, from the Alibaba Nepreneur program, the
Yep.
vision and mission of Jocom, and what you achieved today by helping our SMEs participating in MDET program as well. So the floor is yours. So introduce yourself while I'll pin you. Bang on. Pin, mana pin. Okay, Joshua, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Amdak as well, and thank you everyone who actually watching this. And of course, I'm actually the founder and CEO of Jocom, not just a co-founder. I'm actually the founder and CEO of Jocom. My name is Joshua Siu. I'm the CEO and founder of Jocom, and of course, Jocom stands for Just Order Conveniently on Mobile. And when we started Jocom, it was a very painful journey. To be honest, no one believed that buying groceries online was possible. When we actually tell people, hey, we are doing grocery online, is it my father, my mother will go to Pasar Malam, will go to Pasar Pagi, will go to this Pasar, whatever name it is supposed to be. They won't buy online. It won't work. I need a feel, touch, smell. All these things happen. And we even went to all the big boys of logistic players, guys. You name it, man. They start with G, they start with C, start with like they are big, big highway. They're big guys. They said, Joshua, I can't help you. We don't do groceries. We don't send sayo on the packages parcel to household. We're so upset. And of course, me and Agnes didn't give up. So before we started this, of course, give you a little summary. We were actually a computer software house. Actually, Jocom was actually a computer software house. Before we changed our name to Just Order Company on Mobile, we actually built software for application for apps, and also design software for websites as well, and doing 3D CGI as well, all this stuff, like all the geek stuff. But when we started to go into e-commerce was the time that we actually found that we've been producing magical babies for everyone in the market and our clients. And we see them celebrating their glory times, 100,000 downloads, 1 million downloads on the stage, clapping hand, pumping out the confetti, pumping out champagne. But me and Agnes actually sitting down on the stage like, what are we doing here? Are we seeing people's baby or seeing our own baby? So we decided that it's time for us to change our software company to become an e-commerce company. So when we decided to go into e-commerce, we said, hey, what should we do? Should we do a clothing company e-commerce? Nah, we probably lose to Zalora. If you want to do a gadget one, want to sell computer stuff, it's so everyone will like computers, right? I mean, like games and everything. You probably lose to Lazada. So like, dude, that was like painful, man. So we decided, said, so I said, Agnes, what do you like to buy? I like to buy things I like to eat. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Let's go to the grocery landscape, you know? He said, hey, don't do that lah. My father also don't want to do grocery back in the days already in Johor. And now you want to do grocery online. So I said, no harm trying. At least we start something that solve people's problem. And no one has tried before to do something that they never done before.
Yeah.
Very hard to do one lah. It won't work one lah. My mother also go pasar pagi every morning. We haven't tried. You also say you lose ah. Then how to try, right? So we decided to go into the grocery space that was because of that, and we found that the only way for us to really didn't try to like give up on all the things that we done. We finally moved into grocery online, and we was actually very happy the time we incepted our idea. It was so good and so nice. No one wanted to deliver for us, like I just mentioned this out earlier. No one wanted to take our packages. Well, that's sad, man. The big boys like G and C also don't want to deliver things for us. Even the P also don't want to deliver for us. Wow, we also paying son. So they said, then why not? Then I asked my dad, I said, Dad, how do you do logistic? I'm a computer science student. I don't know logistic, no. Why you want to learn logistic? It's an outdated business, You go study computer, you go and do computer stuff, lah. So I said, Dad, you teach me some tricks, man. No one deliver my e-commerce goods. I said, oh, really? Yeah. So I learned a little from my dad. Then Anna's going to learn something from dad as well in the grocery industry. Then we finally came out with a concept, and we saw the time was that we saw Korean was actually having a grocery online on their train station and the trains, and allow you to use a QR code to scan it, and then you can buy the things and send to your
Mm,
doorstep. We were actually very proud of that technology, and we wanted to try to build the same grocery things that we have by
mm,
having the scan thing, and then you can actually in your cart as well. You can order it and send to your doorstep. So we inserted that, but we found that when you are new kids on the block, you probably won't get so good vendors like the big boys, like the Nestle's, the Maggie Me and everything. We were selling flowers and we were selling like chocolates, third party chocolates, third party florists that trying to do for Mother's Day. So we launched our app at the time. I still remember the time when we launched our app. We didn't have like about 10 SKUs and selling chocolates and selling like some lavender oils, selling flowers for Mother's Day.
mm.
And we thought like, hey, we got an e-commerce up, man. We should have a lot of things coming in every day, a lot of sales coming in. Guys, guess what, man? First day, zero sale. We're like, hey, dude, are we in the wrong industry or what? Second day, after Mother's Day, um, dude, there's no sale at all, man. Why is not
Wow.
coming in? So we decided, hey, why don't we try to, since we promised our suppliers and here and there, we
Yeah.
decided to ask our friends about, hey, hey friends, friend A, Carol, come buy some for me, some flower for your mother. Oh, okay, sure, no problem. How much is it? 30 ringgit. Wow, that's expensive to deliver online. See, a lot of complaints and a lot of like whining here and there. Finally, at least, our next day's order size is like 10 ringgit on the third day. And after the fourth day, 25 ringgit. The fifth day, until the 50th day, right? Guys, guess what? Still go back to 10 ringgit only. Wow. Sad, guys. So we decided, okay, fine. I think Mother's Day was not right, or maybe the things that we have wasn't right as well. And we need to revamp our app and then try to change it much more user friendly. Maybe it was a user friendly issue. Maybe it was
Mm,
an app was not convinced enough. Products was good enough. So we decided to revamp the app. So when we are revamping an app, we cross path with the B2B guys. We call it the B2B, business to business people, where we found that we can supply our food and food chains to hotels, canteens, and also all the cafeterias. And we are the one who actually taught them how
mm,
to not to pay us first, but you pay the bank in 30 days using a credit card. That's how me and Agnes actually decided that we actually teach all the restaurants to buy grocery online via a credit card, and you don't need to pay me first. You pay the bank later on 30 days. and they accepted the fact. But actually, most of restaurants and kind of they don't like to use credit cards because they're cash people.
Mm.
But after we convinced a few guys coming in and here, a few guys starting a B2B in the restaurants and everything else, we started to supply restaurants. They started to get used to it. They say, hey, you guys are good, man. We can buy everything from one place. Because
Mm.
Jocom was a very special, unique proposition. We let you buy everything and we send it to only at one time. Usually a normal trend of e-commerce will be like you buy from A shop will send you one time and charge you delivery fees. You buy from B shop will send you the goods and also charge you different delivery
Mm.
fees.
Mm.
Let's say for instance, in the market, the bearish guys and the sayo guys does not mix together. Okay? So the sayo guy will charge you one side, the water guys will charge you one side. So that's why they felt very annoying, and we started to change the landscape. Jocom become a one-stop shop and be able to combine all the orders and send to your doorstep, including the restaurants, the cafeterias, and also canteens. So everyone was very excited. Actually, what we did really excited and excite us already a lot was kindergartens. We were able to save a lot of money for the kindergarten teacher, and because there are limited resources, they always have canteen as small as well.
Mm.
So we send limited goods and one stop shop goods right to the canteen of your kindergartens right to help them grow their business. So we are very popular with the kindergarten kids and children and schools as well. So that's how the journey was actually go by. And then when time comes, we found that hey, we if you don't grow, we're gonna lose long. We are losing money. We are bleeding, and we cannot grow very fast. And suddenly, our friends from 11 Streets come by and say, "Hey, Joshua, how are you doing, man? We are doing very well. We're gonna get settled into the system, and we are doing a lot of stuff, electronics, like." I said, "Sorry, bro. I don't do electronics and clothing, man." So what do you do? I said, "We do groceries online." Wow. They're like, then we're like, okay. We said, hey, why don't we do this? Since I'm trying to grow this category as well, and we didn't have a grocery
Mm.
category in leadership previously,
Yep.
back in 15 and 16. So that's how Jocom started. We tried to minimize our expansion plan. We put ourselves into the marketplace and having our app outside to do B2B while having a B2C model in the platform of 11 Street. The second guy, I still remember the guy who came by because I went to this Tropicana dinner thing. I'm not sure whether Carol was there or not. I'm not sure. I don't remember at all. There were startups there, and back in that time, I still remember we were sitting in a restaurant, like three table of us. I met a lot of new startup guys like Shopee. The time Shopee was like so small Shopee, and the I still remember the guy. They give credit to this guy. It's still a good friend, Ian. Ian, he is the one who invited me. Say, hey, Joshua, since you also listed in Level Street, why don't you list in Shopee as well? So I'm like, okay, interesting. So I said,
And then
let me join hands. And one of the super happy story was that we sold um 5,000 cartons of 100 plus in the next 2 days with Shopee, and Shopee had to stop the order. They couldn't take it at the time. Okay, they couldn't take it because it was burning very fast. The way of how they run the marketing, it was like 10 ringgit voucher per transaction. It was huge. And we run once, broke twice, broken, three times, broken as well.
was this
And
during Chinese New Year?
no, it was
Or we
over.
stopped?
And it was a normal timing as well. Back in
Ah.
2016, 17. Then that's how Lazada invited us as well. Q10 invited heard about Jocom as well. How Astrogo Shop heard about Jocom as well.
Mm.
So we place ourselves inside the B2C model of store to store, but we still maintain our Jocom app. 80% of our business with the B2Bs, canteens, hotels, um, cafeterias, you name it. Those restaurants in Damansara or Tama, they know us. Some in Mid Valley, they know us. Some in KLCC as well, they know us. We're supplying different kind of B2B stuff to them, including vegetables and from scratch. Then it's come to a time when it was at the very highest peak of Jocom was actually at 2018. E-commerce was so peak that when the Alibaba Jack Ma approached to Malaysia on DFTC, that's where the e-commerce grow like a super bomb. It's like a nuclear bomb, man. This bomb in Malaysia.
Wow.
Everyone is going into e-commerce, and grocery was. Every player and every brand owners want to go into
Mm.
e-commerce because that's the next big thing. That's where Jocom started with the top 30 brands in Malaysia. We see the first one who helped Nestle's. I mean, you can get some photos from. If you go to Facebook, look at Agnes or myself Facebook, you see that we actually brought Nestle to be online, getting awarded by MDEC as well in Madrid. Even bring NTPM to go online selling toilet rolls. If you say selling toilet rolls can be a millionaire, bro, guys, you better make sure you sell toilet roll like me. Okay, you will sell like hotcakes. You're like the guy who actually got them an award as well with MDAG, and then we will sell Coca-Cola. We will sell FNNs. The 100 plus sells like hotcakes as well before MCO and before the time comes or whatever you're talking about. We even brought up who else? We brought a chicken farm who sell organic chicken. I don't remember the time.
Yes.
Organic chicken was crazy. You
Yes.
eat the chicken, you can eat the whole bone itself, and so many so to like inside. It was a great story that time. And those are the days that we actually brought the brands up online and before they go themselves to the online space. And we are very happy and proud of them. And of course, Jocom was the one that brought most of the brands to online. And to be honest, we helped most of the top 30 brands to go online. And now we still have some of the brands with us. Some actually start to take back their stores and do it themselves. But we
Mm.
still partners. We because the way of how we grow, because we are SEO control, we are Google keywords control, and everyone knows Jocom in a way that deliver everything to your doorstep. So the brands are still maintain a relationship with us. We still buy their stuff. We still sell to our own customers. So after all this while, we've managed our close to 3 million over database across whole Malaysia, plus all the platforms combined, and also plus all the orders that we have. And finally, we reached 2019. At December of 2019, we start to found that, and actually at 2018, 19, we were moving to China. Jocom is starting cross border with the FTZ and moving to China, and we're starting to try to explore the way of how we do it. So we become Alibaba's partner and selling Malaysia goods. We brought in like durian moon cake to China, durian Musan King moon cake to China, whole hub chips, salted fish skin packs, stacks. We even bring in like durian curry noodle, which I don't think everyone had heard before. Guys, if you guys have been listening to this show, I don't think you guys have ever tried a durian curry. Try to go and cook a Maggie mee and put durian paste inside there and see, tell me what it feels like. Guys, we didn't do this before. And in 2019, we suddenly saw a little gap of business changes in China and Malaysia.
Mm.
Due to a certain time, the time, we still remember that I was having a little bit of, we felt a little bit of changes. Our orders was actually going very fast, but suddenly on December of 2019, the orders started to slow down. We didn't know why. The time I still remember that I was actually traveling back from China. It was actually about 23rd and 24th of December. One day before Christmas, I actually arrived back in Malaysia. Lucky me, okay? Guys, why? The day that we reached KL, next week, COVID-19 kicks in.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? December 2019. 2020, it was a lockdown in China. That's how we felt that, oh my god, this e-commerce gonna kill us this time. This COVID gonna kill the e-commerce. Hopefully, luckily it didn't. Jocom was actually an essential business. We sell from A to Z, from vegetables to dry stuff to yes, products and SKUs and products was not actually inconsistent in good qualities. I'll be very honest, but we still managed to go through and still sell from our stores,
Mm.
and we have not been stopped working since 18 March the lockdown, and we're still delivering. We were one of the craziest grocery store, which the whole month itself all the apps platform in Malaysia was no more slot. Can't deliver anymore. Can't bloody cope anymore, right? I think everyone remember that. You go to Tesco, you have 3 months to wait for your delivery.
Oh.
Was the only one that had no slot control. And we let all the orders flow through. And we have up to 7 to 10 days delay, guys. But people are
Wow.
staying at home. You can't do anything. You can't say anything. Complaints coming in. Why my products haven't reached yet? I said, guys, it's MCO where we also having our own problems and to solve through the roadblocks that the police have as well. And we have like 7 to 10 days of delay, but people still wait for it because you're at home. And
Mm.
that's the time was like our order blew up the roof, and it was so crazy that my team and the management team was having a bad headache. We can't deliver the orders that we have. Okay, we had to hire. I had to call my brother up. Hey, bro, you free at home? I give you a letter. Come work for me. Deliver my goods. Call my sister. Call my cousin. Call everyone to help us to deliver goods. And there was a time that we felt that was such a big opportunity, but Jocom didn't have a chance to capture the opportunity well enough because we have to still hold our handbrakes and we
Mm.
cannot deliver the goods and minimize the orders. But eventually it comes to Raya. It was Raya time, and imagine the orders that we stuck from March to April was not even finished delivering.
Wow.
But Raya comes in. Another bomb came into to the order size due to because of Raya and everyone need to drink syrup, drink cocktail drinks, drink sasi, drink all these festive season drinks. We were over the roof, and our orders was like, there's no way that you can deliver it. And yeah, and we went through it. We tried to hire more people, and then we didn't have a chance to hire more people, but we were able to get some friends to help out. I think some of our friends, actually, Carol, that came out and help us, who sent
Mm.
me Mercedes Benz as well. Sent me Mercedes Benz. What the heck is happening, man? So it was that time that we found that if we don't expand and we don't try to keep on moving it, and we will not go anywhere. And there was a time that we were having some really heavy cash flow issue. Why? Because most of the vendors and manufacturers they said, Joshua, you want the stock first? You want to sell? I want cash. No
Mm.
more terms. MCO times, cash is king. You
Mm.
give me the cash first, I give you the stock. I said, we used to have such a good relationship. No way, no way, no such thing. Now, you want three pallets of 100 plus or you want three of this? Cash first. So it was so painful and we went through hell and we were like so afraid that we are not going to make through,
Mm.
and we still had to pay our salaries and expenses and everything else.
Mm.
We actually went through of a big change, and we tried to hang on to this, and we get through, and until finally 2020 September things start to move back to things, and we actually supposed to actually have that kind of savings to start to list our company in Singapore on actually
Mm.
March itself before the lockdown, but due to this, we have to move it to this year, which is actually the 2021. So to fast forward today, we went through hell and back. People don't believe in grocery online and now
Yep.
believe
Yep.
essential business is only the only best business in the world that you will never have an issue if let's say there's any pandemic.
Mm.
Even teachers in school will be affected, even education is affected, even healthcare is affected, except food and grocery industry. And we were very blessed. And of course, finally on the March 18th of the anniversary of a lockdown of Malaysia's MCO, we actually launched ourselves to Singapore. And yeah, we went through hell and life,
Yes.
man. If you ask me, we're not be able to deliver the goods. We're having cash flows issues. We are paying cash for our products. I'm not even sure whether we can sell them or not.
Mm.
It was a heck of hell of time. And we believe one thing: never give up. The perseverance will bring you opportunity. So my moral of the story is to tell you that to do e-commerce is not easy, but you must persevere. Never give up. If you have this kind of attitude towards what you're doing, you will make it. But of course, you have to hang on there, man. We thought that this thing in the company, yay, congratulations, you finish game's end. The end game is here. We found that actually this is not the end game, just the beginning.
Yep.
And time for us to grow to another level, which to excite and give our investors and shareholders and stakeholders a very good confidence that, hey, Jocom can reach this far. So
Mm.
now, what should we shoot ahead for? So we are trying to shoot ahead to make Jocom a category killer in Southeast Asia, and also make ourselves the most powerful sourcing platform of Southeast Asian goods selection in online e-commerce. Plus, how are we going to move ourselves to the globalization by not only thinking of Southeast Asia, but going to the US, going to the UK, going to Australia, to the Western world. Yes, ASEAN is a 600 million population. It's more than the US and UK combined. But at the end of the day, you still need to grow the brand, make your shareholders, your stakeholders happy, they believe in you, the shoulder that we shoulder for everyone, and
Mm.
make our shareholders and investors to be happy. To be honest, we're actually happy for our investors this round who actually follow us until Singapore. They have made about close to, um, I would say about 45% margin, capital gain. And I wish them all the best. And of course, hope they will still follow us to the next milestone, which actually we are trying to get ourselves into the US. We love the US market because the Asian Americans and US is
Mm.
starting to boom. And yes, there'll be a lot of problems in it, but we believe that the next 2 to 3 years, things will change. And COVID-19 has changed everyone how everyone do businesses. So in the future, we have already piloted a few things that into US. We didn't expect things like this small and this valuable noodles are actually selling so expensively in the US. And we are actually doing this day in and day out. And
Mm.
we would like to take a snapshot of the US market and hope that we can actually bring our investor to a new milestone, which will take about 3 to 4 years, hopefully, to get them to the US market. And the first Malaysian made company that actually able to penetrate to the US and try to list in the US in a different way. And we hope that we will bring a different kind of feeling to everyone. And Malaysia is still a country that is the best country in the world, but sometimes it comes to opportunity. We have to see how we can move around
Mm.
and get ourselves stabilized. Not to give up. Although yes, it's a 30 million population country, but there's still a lot of opportunities here. But how do you make your investors and your shareholders and stakeholders to believe and dream with you and go shoot for the moon? That's something that you have to do. If you can't shoot for moon, right, at least don't shoot for the sky. Okay, so at least shoot for something. Okay, so guys, I felt that Jocom is very happy today for having Carol and I'm that interviewing us on this journey of our life. And
Mm.
since the time we started, we never give up. And of course, we started with selling flowers and chocolates for Mother's Day. It was so bad, and we still remember the one day that we have no orders for a week. Like the app has no orders at all. You're like, dude, what's it gonna do, man? Is it are we in the wrong industry? Are we in the wrong place and wrong time? So we decided, okay, fine. We start to do some marketing online in Facebook. So we not spending like 10, 20 ringgit or 250 ringgit. We spend like thousands and thousands of ringgit before. So imagine we spend like 4,000 ringgit a day, 5,000 ringgit a day to actually reach the state that people know and want to buy from us. So, guys, not to say that we waste a lot of money, but of course, we will tell you that to make things happen, you need to have the brains, the brawl, and the money. That's for sure. You cannot deny that. And we would like to thanks Carol again and Ramdak for having us today. And of course, my co-founder is actually not here. She's actually very shy for camera as well. I represent everyone and Jocom to thanks Carol, yourself, and MDEC for having us and giving us an opportunity to listen to our story and our journey to the center of the earth. But finally, we shoot for the sky and we can shoot for the sky. So thanks, Carol, for your time, and hopefully this will be
Thanks.
much
Uh,
for your time.
my observation when I see you guys, your success factor, is you did say about perseverance, but the other factor is you have a very, very supportive partner, your business partner. And I've seen how you guys work together. I've seen how she supported you. Sometimes you guys fight, but fight for a good reason. So having a good partner to support your crazy ideas and to the brink of you losing money and bleeding money also
Yeah,
to that extent. So you share that kind of story to me. And we also brought you guys when you participated in Malaysia Week, travel all the way to Hangzhou. So I enjoyed that experience of you all do your live selling in front of the Chinese consumer. So that was very good. And
that was the durian curry noodle. Okay, that
yeah,
was the
durian
one.
curry noodle, which I don't take because I hate durian. But how
Correct.
many team? What is the workforce now in Jocom?
We started with back in 2015. We started with about only like myself, Agnes, our accounting guys, and Ryan, and also um, two more admin girls. I think it was started with like 6 of us.
Mm.
See, and this
Now,
now we have 60 of us
wow.
in 5 years time. And Jocom today has been the 6 years of anniversary. We also felt that ourselves is like, are we getting old? It's painful, you know what I mean? And I know Agnes for more than 10 years, to be
Mm.
honest. That's crazy enough. And we have a journey of 10 years of friendship and 6 years of business. It's like a amazing race, man. If you ask me, it's like a show. If we do have one day create a show and a movie or drama out of this, I think it's gonna be a bloody good drama, man.
It is. It will
Good
be.
man. Yeah, it was like crazy times, and it was how we started and how we ended up and everything else. It was crazy. And today, um, looking at the industry, everyone wants to get into the grocery industry. Guys, it's not easy, and it's not really. I don't say that it's actually gonna be normal for anyone, but it really requires a very high capital intensive. Second of all, it's like most of the big brands are doing it themselves already. To challenge that, you must have the enough firepower and capital to do it. That's the truth. Of course, because we are in the market for more than 6 years, we are one of the pioneers. We're the first Malaysian grocery app as well.
Mm.
So we actually already built our status and also our knowledge and also our friends and everything else. So that's why it's a bit easier for us from today onwards. But we started with the 3 years of like hell, and craziness. Kara, I think you remember that back in 2015, we had no one. No
Yep.
one believed in groceries. None
Right.
investors or shareholders would believe in us. It's like my father, my mother will go to Pasar Pagi to buy fruits and vegetables. Why should we buy from you?
Yep.
That was the whole thing that crashed our dream. But me and Anders didn't give up. We said time will come, time will tell,
Mm.
and yes, it's true. Time did tell, and investors did sound. They said, yeah, I think the only business that actually really can tahan and not gonna have management and bad times is only essential products like us. So we are very
Recession
proud of
proof. Kan?
essential
Recession
products.
proof.
I don't care
So
whether
what
it's a pandemic, yeah.
before we wrap up, so what future would you see Jocom would be? And that's one question. The other question number two is, what is a trend right now? Would you advise brands, especially the essential services, about their future business to sustain the business?
Yeah. So first, I think the the growth of e-commerce in Malaysia will be very extremely high, and everyone will try to get themselves into learning how to sell online,
Mm,
but it's not easy. You know, go through hell of a lot of classes, hell
yeah.
of a lot of knowledge transfers. Talk more to Carol. Invite Joshua to talk more in MDEC as well. You need to transfer the knowledge to the SMEs as well.
Yeah.
There's still, according to my knowledge, it's still about 50% more of the SMEs in the market are still not adopting to e-commerce yet. Actually, that's the truth.
Mm,
But two questions actually you were asking that um what's the plans for Jocom in
yeah.
future, right? So for Jocom itself, we know that we already get our exercise done, but it's not a big one, but it's still a small one. At least we promise our investors and stakeholders. So now, like I said, we probably cannot shoot for the moon, but I can shoot for the sky. This time I only can shoot for the atmosphere. So the ozone layer. So I probably can shoot that, but I can't shoot for the moon. But if we do have investors to believe in us that to shoot us to the moon, yes, I'll be happy to shoot ourselves to the moon and to show that there's such company exists before. And of course, we see a lot of big companies grow in and out, but I believe that Jocom one day will become one of the e-commerce grocery platform provider that will be able to help a lot of SMEs who actually doesn't want to care about products, but they just want to sell their products online, but they don't want to learn the products. They don't want to.
Mm,
They just want to concentrate on manufacturing. We will be able to help them. Actually, we have a lot of those who actually concentrate on their manufacturing. At the end of the day, most of brands will figure out your left hand is a manufacturer, your right hand is your e-commerce. If you try to do both together, you will never succeed at the time comes because you have a
yeah.
left and a right hand pocket. Somehow someone have to lose money in a way. So
Correct.
when manufacturer comes to Jocom platform, they will make money from us, but we will make money out of someone else. But if let's say today both the platform is yours, you're killing each other in
Mm,
the same place. So that's why we always advise brands and manufacturers that you cannot do all by yourself. You have to split up to the platforms to do it. You can't do it yourself. You need to do it yourself. You're killing yourself. So we see that there are much more players in the market and SMEs to actually grow to be e-commerce. To be matured in this, we have to look at the models of China. You see, there's no way that Alibaba is buying stock themselves and selling stock themselves. They're just a platform. If they would do both, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's already told, the story has been told, and a lot of people didn't understand this. And so I can do everything. I can do the logistics, I can do the Pokemon, I can do, guys, don't do like Jocom because you know, no one deliver us the time, okay? No one deliver us, so we have to do it ourselves. So yeah, we believe that there are 50% more SMEs is actually not inside the e-commerce zone, but we believe that this will grow. And I believe that Malaysia will go into the e-commerce ground and the fastest growing nation with e-commerce as well, because Malaysia is a trading country and people like to trade. Most of our SMEs actually trade is our traders.
Yes.
But I believe that for a traders to turn into e-commerce, you need to learn the
Mm.
techniques to how to grow. So basically, if you ask me, I guess Malaysia still have a big room to grow, and training everyone to be a trader of e-commerce, someone have to come up with a platform called a vice versa platform. Means that can you connect products from China to Malaysia, Malaysia sell it to somewhere else?
Mm.
So there must be a platform that somewhere people usually call it drop shipping, but this is not really a drop shipping. It's called how you connect the vendor of local Malaysian sell to another country and sell to somewhere else.
Mm.
Do it this way. Don't say drop shipping first. How do you connect Malaysian service products to somewhere else to somewhere else? So that is going to be the next big
Okay.
trend that I can see. E-commerce is here to stay. It's not for you to go.
Yeah.
It's just about who get the traffics and who get the growth rate of users and everything else. But at the end of the day, e-commerce is a place where who's the cheapest, who wins. Correct.
Mm.
But
Correct.
you must understand there are also loyalties, and there are also people who actually like to buy from you. They're die-hard fans. So we believe that there are still a long way to grow, but it's going to grow. We hope that MNEC can come up with bigger plans to expand e-commerce to another degree.
Mm.
Now we are about 8%, but to 10%. How to make Malaysia to a 20% e-commerce rate? I think that would be a very good idea. Yep.
Okay. Very good. Thanks for
Yep.
sharing, and that was a very good sharing. Congratulations on your listing to the Singapore market. So everyone is looking forward for your US listing, and so you will have a lot of. I think this video will only be published during the Ramadan month,
Yep.
and I'm sure that audiences out there, if you're watching, go and download the app, and I will put in the app link or whatever link lah. Joshua, you have to pass it to me lah, or a QR code or what, for them to download. And then there's a lot of. I just saw your live today with
Yes.
Amin. Amin, is it?
I mean, Hayat, we are a new
Amin
Ramadan
Hayat.
consider because
Yeah.
Amin Hayat. So you'll be running through the Malay live stream,
Yeah.
and it will be
That was
very
interesting.
that was interesting.
I was shocked. I was shocked when I thought the live that I'd be seeing Haulu, and all suddenly when I saw Malay
Entertaining.
entertainer,
Yeah.
Malay presenter and host. So I kept tuned to it, and then now for the Malay audiences who's watching this, there are a lot of deals coming out during the Ramadan month. Amin will be having, I think, 12 episodes or 12 series or what?
Yeah, we have 12 episodes with him.
Yeah, 12
Yeah.
episodes with him.
Ramadan.
Quite a
Yeah.
good looking guy. So I don't know him. So I don't even know the other lady. I saw the other lady in some movies or some drama, but
Yeah, yeah,
did
yeah.
not know her name, because we Chinese, we don't know these people's name. Sadly to say that, I think we only know our Piramli name or Sudirman, those kind of names, our era. The new generation one, I truly don't know their names.
Yes.
So thank you so much for spending the time with us today, Joshua. Thanks for sharing, and then send my regards to Agnes, and we catch up again. So that's it, everybody. This is we already listened to the journey. So it takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of hard-earned money for you to grow to what you are today, and it takes your partner and your friends to come and support you as well, to listen to the criticism. I know that people laughed at you when you want to have your app, when you want to design this business model, because nobody believed it. I practically is a diehard fan regardless of what pricing in the app, because I don't have to go out and go and buy all this. So I've seen the success story as well. A lot of people buying lots of toilet rolls, kitchen towels, all the mineral waters during no water that time. Now they're buying water. Now coming April, there will be 68 hours of no water. So I'm sure Jocom will be
Yep.
selling mineral water like hotcakes again. You
Yep.
see, yeah. So all this lah. So stay tuned to the next episode, everybody. So we'll hear more sharing from the industry players and also to traders out there who I personally chose and pick. And with this, I will I'll pin myself to wrap up. And again, subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned to other shorter versions, shorter tips about selling online. And here we are. I would like to sign off and thanks everybody. Take care. Bye. Bye, Joshua. Take care.
Bye.